Hey, this is Erin, Game Dev House. We are going to add some fluid surfaces, and they won't be swimmable, but it'll still be pretty, so let's get started. Um, Content browser, then we go under the actor classes, fluid, then fluid surface actor movable. Just highlight that. You don't have to double click on it or do anything else. Just make sure you click on it, and then you can go to where you want to add it. Right click, and then add the fluid surface. Voila! And it'll come up with the default texture because you have to add your own material to make it look like water or whatever kind of fluid surface you want. So going back into the content browser, and what I want to add is a material. So I'm going to click off static meshes and click on materials. That narrows down like all the different stuff that can come up when you're looking for something. And I'm going to just type in water. Then this one looks nice. So you can actually add a material by dragging it over to where you want it. And voila, there it is. Then just by using the widget, you can drag it up, move it down, scale it, rotate it. That's good enough for now. I'll probably play around with that a little bit later, but right now I want to add a little bit of foliage just to integrate it into the terrain a little bit more. And this is a pretty rough foliage editor. Like, it's not gonna be like placed meticulously around. So anyway, what we need to do is find some grass static meshes. It's essentially going to be placing objects, not painting, contrary to popular belief. So let's get rid of materials because we're not looking for grass materials, we're looking for static meshes. And we'll type in grass, Grass. And we don't want collision models because, I mean, for goodness sakes, you're trying to run around, not get caught up on static meshes. So there we go. I just clicked and dragged it over. So you get this kind of like magical bubble. I'm going to turn down the density a little bit. And my brush size looks okay. Fairly good. Maybe I'll make it a little smaller too. Then you click the left mouse button and hold down Control. So those are the two things you need to do while scrolling this brush like around your terrain. And because I'm recording, there's a little bit of lag, so I'm just waiting for the grass to catch up with what I just did. And now it's thinking about it. It's like, no, I'm not going to add it. Alright, let's try this again. I'm just going to crank up the density and the brush size. Wow, it's acting a little bizarro. So let's go back to camera mode. First, there's my crosshair, and I'm going to go back into foliage. There we go. I mean, if something acts weird, like, don't freak out about it. Just click off of it and click back on, or close it and reopen it. It's not a big deal. Alright, hold down Control, hold down the left mouse, and magic. I mean, it's still lagging a little bit, but it's not my fault. There, add some grass, come on. Just a little bit more. Can you believe it would be so confused about adding grass? Oh my gosh. Alright, well, you get the gist that if you hold down Control and the left mouse button, it will add grass. And if you want to erase it, hold down the right mouse button and Control, and that will erase it. So we'll see if that works. Some of these things you'll have to take my word on it, boys and girls, because I have the best technology I can, but it is not always perfect, and neither will yours, so that's the principle of adding foliage, and at least there's a little bit there. I might do some hand placing, since I only want a little bit anyway, but that is a beneficial tool to know if you want to paint larger areas. And I do need to add a comment that this does have static mesh properties, so if you really have large areas, it's not wise to add trillions of little clumps of grass because it does have physics properties and shadows and tons of dynamics to render, so it will crash your level if you get too crazy with that. So please be careful. Now let's add some weapons. I want to add some guns. So click on your content browser, actor classes, and it's under pickups. Go to weapon, and let's do a pickup factory. Just get rid of that for now. Right click. Add UT weapon pickup factory here. Here. I always make sure it's not floating. You can always, I'd already clicked off the grid to do this before, but always keep your grid on or your world will be like all crooked and displaced. But just make sure it's nice on the ground, and we have to choose what weapon, you guys. So click on F4, which opens up your properties window. Okay, so it's in here, the weapon pickup class, the first one, and UDK gives you 3 default choices, as you can see, and I think I want to add the shock rifle. Yay. Now I'm gonna place 2 more weapons, so let's go. Oh my gosh, I didn't even introduce this level to you. It's my replica of Dust 2 in UDK. So it's halfway done, but I'm adding some stuff in, number 1, to help educate you guys, and number 2, so a student can add sound. Now I'm going to add the same thing. It doesn't go away unless you select something new. These options always retain the last option that you were trying to add. So with this selected, right, weapon factory, F4, and nothing selected. Saving. Let's do a rocket launcher here. And then I'm going to add one more. Come along now. We're going over here. And I want to add it right in this corner here. Add UT weapon factory. Make sure it's placed on the ground. Yes. F4, right? And let's do a link gun. Alright, so there's weapons added, and what I need to do, what you always do, is rebuild all after you have a level that's populated with items. If you get a warning, just click allow, and should be building. You get this window called a swarm agent. Very exciting. And I'm just gonna like move this out of the way. And that's there. I put in some items with physics. These boxes, when you shoot them, they actually spray all over the place. It's pretty cool. And then it's building the map, running light mass, which was probably not so great of an idea, you guys, because I've got pretty densely populated map right now. So it's gonna take a while. And we don't have all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop the build. And I'm gonna take a chance. I'm not sure what we're gonna find, but let's jump in the level. Okay, not too terrible. Again, I'm sorry about the frame rate, but hasn't stopped me yet. Let's keep going. There, we're almost there to the rocket launcher. Hey now. Ready? What should we shoot at? Anything? Ooh, let's go get those little boxes I was telling you about. There's some more of them placed right through this tunnel. We can also check out the water. So, one of the nice things in this software editor is you can make your own destroyable objects, and it's not hard to do. Here's the water. I don't think I want it that deep where you can even walk under, but there is an actor volume, so you can see like the volume as you walk underneath it, that it's water, you know, with just a plane. Obviously, like you can't swim in it, but there is a swim actor. So then the grass. So that's it. That's all for now. And I hope this was sufficient in teaching you a couple new things. So have a good night.